got it.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to MANIACITV, man. Today, we got the Blixky gang gun trafficking takedown from the Hip Hop Daily YouTube channel, man. Shout out Hip Hop Daily. Y'all know we rock with the content heavy on this channel, man. Subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. Now, listen, man. A gun trafficking takedown on the Blixky gang? I haven't heard anything. Like, academics, I ain't see academics post about this or nothing. So, what the hell? What happened? Don't tell me the New York feds just made a whole task force to take down the Blixky gang. We gotta see what this all about, man. Let's go.
The Blixky gang is one of the biggest rap crews to come out of New York in the past few years.
I think the Blixky gang, they low-key New York's biggest ops. Damn near everybody beefing with the Blixky gang out there.
Blixky gang is one of the biggest rap crews to come out of New York in the past few years. Their biggest artist, 22 G's, helped spark the Brooklyn drill sound, and other Blixky gang affiliates, such as Nick Blixky and Coach the Ghost, also helped put the crew on the map. But the Blickys have recently suffered a major setback after 9 members of the group were caught up in a major gun trafficking takedown.
Wow.
Let's take a closer look at this wild story. The Blixky gang popped off in the late 2010s after Brooklyn rapper 22 G's went viral with tracks like Blixky and Suburban. Blixky, produced by Axel Beats, was considered one of the first major Brooklyn drill songs to blow up and become popular, other than Bobby Shmurda's Hot.
Facts.
The Blixky gang is affiliated with the Gangsta Disciples, who operate out of Ebbets Field, the Prospect LaFirst Garden neighborhood of Brooklyn. The GDs have a long history of beef in New York City. The gang was founded in Chicago and is big in other parts of the South and Midwest. They have a pretty large presence in Brooklyn as well, but not as much as the Bloods and Crips. The GDs are known to be for nearly every other gang in Brooklyn, except for the sets they're allied with. The Blixky gang is also part of a large gang alliance called the Chos, who are known to beef with another umbrella gang called the Wu. The Chos are made up of GDs and Bloods, and the Wu are primarily Crips and Bloods. Popular rappers affiliated with the Wu include Pop Smoke, Fabio Foreign, and Raw Swish, while the biggest Cho rappers are 22 G's, Coach the Ghost, and Nas Blixky. These two groups have been beefing for several years, but the conflict became known to the public after Brooklyn drill started to gain popularity. With 22 G's leading the charge, the Blixky gang would be the most notable Cho-affiliated rap group in Brooklyn, which made them natural enemies of nearly every other popular rapper in the area. 22 G's would eventually get locked up following a wild road rage incident in Miami that resulted in a police chase and 1 person being killed.
19-year-old Jeffrey Alexander allegedly shot and killed 30-year-old Ladarian Tyrell Phillips of Homestead.
I ain't know 22 G's caught a body.
Alexander allegedly shot and killed 30-year-old Ladarian Tyrell Phillips of Homestead. Alexander then fled to Alton Road and 6th Street with his 3 friends, say police, one of whom died after being shot by the cops.
He would be arrested for conspiracy to commit murder and spent 5 months in jail in 2017, but eventually beat the charge. During this time, Nick Blixky would step up to the plate and start rapping. Around that time, another rapper affiliated with the Blixky gang, Coach the Ghost, was released from prison after being indicted in a major police takedown of the Hood Stars, the early name for the Chos. Coach would quickly start gaining the buzz with tracks like Gooey Sauce and Hit List, which gained a lot of attention because it featured a Pop Smoke diss after the rapper had recently passed. Coach almost signed the Gucci Mane's 1017 label, but was eventually dropped for unknown reasons, although he still seems to be on good terms with Guwap. But just as the Blixky gang was
I feel like if Coach the Ghost, if he stayed on 1017, like if Gucci went full force with Coach like he did with Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano and all them, I feel like Coach the Ghost would be damn near one of the top, because everything he drop is hard as hell. Honestly.
Although he still seems to be on good terms with Guwap. But just as the Blixky gang would start to gain a major buzz in the industry, tragedy would strike. In May 2020, Nick Blixky would be shot and killed in Brooklyn.
A popular rapper was shot and killed overnight. Nick Blixky was discovered with gunshot wounds on Winthrop Street.
Police later identified a suspect using surveillance footage from the scene, which revealed that the rapper dapped him up before shooting him, suggesting that it was someone the rapper knew.
Wow.
Although an official motive has not been determined.
It's creepy as hell out here in the streets, man. 1 second somebody can dap you up, and the next man, listen, that shit crazy as hell. This is why I just can't fuck with too many people. Honestly, this is the exact reason why I just can't fuck with people.
For shooting them, suggesting that it was someone the rapper knew.
Crazy.
Although an official motive has not been determined, police believe that it was related to the violent war between the Woos and the Chos and retaliation for other members of Blixky gang dissing Pop Smoke. Not long after that, there would be more internal fighting within the group after Coach the Ghost announced that Envy Kane, another popular rapper affiliated with the Blixky gang, was no longer part of the Chos.
But the poison is no longer part of the tree. You get me? So whatever shit this had going on ain't got nothing to do with GD or Cho.
At all.
Nothing.
Although Envy Kane was never officially part of the Blixky gang, he was a member of the GDs and and has collaborated with 22 G's on several tracks. But after an incident where the rapper was allegedly robbed and caused issues with other Tro affiliates in Atlanta, Coach the Ghost went on Instagram to announce that Envy was no longer a GD. Because Coach was an OG hood star who did 7 years without snitching on the gang, he has a lot of pull over the GDs in Brooklyn.
Real shit.
So this announcement was a major controversy within the Tro organization. Now it seems like things are getting even worse for the Blixky gang after 9 suspects were arrested in a gun trafficking scandal that included weapons used in their music videos. Earlier this year, federal authorities in the southern...
Nobody better tell. Nobody. They better stay. Because this is how it start. They pick up a handful of people. One of them bound to tell. They got it, man.
That included weapons used in their music videos. Earlier this year, federal authorities in the Southern District of New York busted a major illegal firearm operation being run by a gun runner named Devon Wilson. Wilson was acting as what is called a straw purchaser, someone who acts as a middleman in a gun purchase on behalf of someone who cannot legally possess a firearm, typically because they're a convicted felon. The feds tied Wilson to the purchase of 87 guns, which he would then turn around and sell to his co-defendants, who are members of the Blixky gang.
Damn.
They would then either sell the guns in Georgia or bring them to New York on a bus.
Damn.
Some of the weapons were confiscated before making it into NYC, while some ended up in the hands of Blixky gang members who used them as props in their music videos. New York has pretty strict...
I feel like these music videos, man, it's like you can talk, you know, that thug shit without having to show a gun. Like, honestly, man, like, look at how Fredo Bang does his music videos. Fredo be talking that big stepper shit. Not one gun in his videos. Partially because, you know, he can't possess one. But then again, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need these guns. This is the main reason. And it's like, and then y'all post these videos on the YouTube. And y'all post pictures on Instagram with these guns. Y'all making the feds' job easy. Y'all videos clock in millions on millions of views. I can guarantee you a son of a federal agent will watch that and show his dad, hey dad, look at all these guys with all these guns. Oh, now we got to create a task force to take them all down. They don't even care if you say these are just props in the beginning of the video either. These feds not playing fair with the rappers.
To sell the guns in Georgia or bring them to New York on a bus.
Crazy.
Some of the weapons were confiscated before making it into NYC, while some ended up in the hands of Blixky gang members who used them as props in their music videos. New York has pretty strict gun
A small ass gun.
laws, and the NYPD
You gonna pop a mouse with that motherfucker?
who use them as props in their music videos. New York has pretty strict gun laws, and the NYPD uncovered the operation after launching an investigation into how guns were coming into the city. The police were able to pinpoint the buyer, which eventually led them to link some of the guns recovered to the Blixky gang through their music videos.
Wow.
During the investigation, they also tied one of the illegal guns to a case that involved shots fired at police officers in the Bronx, which really made them step up their investigation. Lisa O. Monaco, the Deputy Attorney General, even stated in a press conference that breaking up the gun trafficking routes in cities like New York was one of her top priorities. The police ended up tying the Blixky gang to the trafficking ring after Devon Wilson, the straw purchaser who bought the guns in Georgia on behalf of the Blixky gang, flipped and agreed to testify. Wilson purchased the guns in his own name.
Exactly what I said. Somebody willing to, they gonna tell something. That's tough. That's tough.
Guns in Georgia on behalf of the Blixky gang, flipped and agreed to testify.
Wow.
Wilson purchased the guns in his own name from legal gun sellers in Georgia, but he lied on the paperwork and claimed that the guns were for personal use when he was actually selling them to his co-defendants. It's a federal crime to make false statements on gun purchase forms, which includes lying about the identity of the buyer. Even though Wilson could pass a background check, most of the people he was selling to probably couldn't, which is a violation of federal law.
Oh, look at all these motherfucking guns. God damn.
After police realized that Wilson was a straw purchaser, they quickly put him under arrest. Faced with the possibility of taking the heat for the entire operation, Wilson agreed to tell police who the buyer was. He named James Thomas, aka Spaz, and Courtney Schloss, aka B-Way, as the primary buyers.
Wow.
All the police had to do after that was sit back and wait for the Blixky gang to snitch on themselves by appearing in several music videos with stolen guns. Cloud chasing has been the biggest downfall for this new generation of rappers.
I'm saying.
Some just can't help showing off their criminal lifestyle on social media, which can lead to serious problems if you're really living that life you talk
What
about in
was
the
I
music.
saying?
It seems like the Blixky gang kept it a little too real and probably should.
Damn near all these niggas that's in rap, they really living like that.
If you're really living that life you talk about in the music.
Tough.
It seems like the Blixky gang kept it a little too real and probably should have been more careful with flexing stolen guns that they help traffic. The videos that show the guns are called Word to Folk by Saint Laurent Sauer and Tay627 and Guns in the Booth, which is a Saint Laurent Sauer solo track. The videos are full of stolen firearms, many of which the police eventually confiscated as part of their operation. Police were able to determine that Wilson would purchase the firearms legally, then sell them to Spaz and B-Way, who would turn around and distribute them to other members of the Blixky gang. They had a pretty tight operation running, and probably could have gone on for a lot longer if the Blickies had been better about keeping their activities low-key. Police were able to determine that one .22 caliber handgun seized in the operation had been used to fire 3 shots at police by a suspect who was fleeing on foot. Plus, the month before the arrest, police seized 4 firearms, including a Smith & Wesson .40 caliber pistol that had been purchased by Wilson while executing a search warrant in connection with the arrest of a man wanted for a murder in Brooklyn. In total, 9 members of the Blixky gang, including 8 men and 1 woman, were named in the indictment. They included Blixky gang members Spaz, Dupree, B-Way or Balenci, Ryu, Sauer, Sosa, Chris Elite, Mel, and White Girl.
White girl telling. For sure. I'm sorry, but females ain't built for that jail shit. Females are not built for that jail shit. If y'all get taken down and a female get arrested, if anybody has, I don't know, maybe she could low-key be cutthroat like that. She could really be built for that shit. But then again, like, I don't know, I seen it too many times. I seen too many stories. Females ain't built for that prison shit. They will squill before any of the niggas, man. I'm just being honest with y'all, man. I don't know. Watch how y'all move out here with people, man.
Spaz, Dupree, B-Way or Balenci, Ryu, Sauer, Sosa, Chris Elite, Mel, and White Girl. Police are cracking down everywhere on the transportation of illegal weapons, especially in New York, where the crime rate has recently spiked over the past year. The cops already have it out for drill rappers, so as soon as they catch them slipping, they show no mercy. The Blixky gang is going to have an uphill battle from here. After losing 2 key members, Nick Blixky and Lou Blixky, to gun violence, and now 9 more in this indictment, they're running out of members left on the streets. 22 G's and Nas Blixky are free to hold it down for the squad, but they're going to have a hard time now with most of their crew locked up. When you combine this with the fact that the group has already been blackballed from the industry because of their constant beef with other powerful gangs in Brooklyn, it's going to be tough for the Blixky gang to continue and build momentum. It isn't entirely over for the gang, and they still have a dedicated core fan base with plenty of respect in the streets of Brooklyn. But this is a major setback for the crew, who are allegedly underdogs to begin with. Somehow, the gang managed to set up an interstate gun smuggling operation that was undetected by police for a long time. Who knows what they could have accomplished if they put that energy into something positive. But this is yet another case of talented rappers getting caught up because they continue to live a lifestyle of crime and violence and even post it all online for police to use as evidence. 22 G's will have to hold it down for the whole squad because it seems like it may be a while before the other members are back on the streets. If you thought this video was crazy, be sure to check out our channel for more.
I will say 22 G's, Nas Blixky, and Coach the Ghost, man, be careful. Be careful, be careful. And I say this because when it comes down to shit like this, they're gonna look at the most prominent figures of the gang and, you know, prominent associates. When you think of the Blixky gang, you think of 22 G's. You thinking, man, listen, I'm just saying, be careful. Be careful out here, man. Blixky gang gun trafficking takedown, link down below in the description for y'all to check it out in its entirety uninterrupted. If y'all new to the channel, y'all rock with me, want daily reaction videos, man, hit that subscribe button for me. Until the next video, I'll see y'all then. Thank you for watching MANIACITV. I'm out.
I ain't gotta do too much. I swear that these niggas, they be doing too much. I ain't gotta